Welcome to my channel. Have you ever wanted to speak English confidently but felt confused about where to start? What if I tell you that learning English is not as difficult as you think? You don't need a perfect teacher, expensive courses, or a big classroom. You just need the right steps and a little practice every day. In this video, I will show you the step-by-step journey that can help you improve your English speaking, listening, reading, and confidence. Stay with me until the end because every step will bring you closer to your English dream. Chapter 1. The first step. Building your English foundation. It is a quiet morning. I sit near my window with a notebook in my hand. The world outside is moving, but inside my heart there is one big dream. I want to speak English. I want to understand people. I want to share my thoughts without fear. But when I open my notebook, I see an empty page. I don't know what to write. I don't know where to start. I know some words, but I cannot make sentences. I know some grammar rules, but I cannot speak. I feel confused. I feel nervous. I ask myself, can I really learn English? Can I really speak confidently one day? Maybe you feel the same. Maybe you also want to learn English, but you don't know the first step. You watch many videos. You learn many rules. You memorize many words. But when you try to speak, your mind becomes empty. You feel like the words disappear. This is a common problem for many beginners. But today, you will learn something important. Learning English does not start with perfection. It starts with a small step. It starts with believing that you can improve. Every person who speaks English fluently today was once a beginner. They also made mistakes. They also forgot words. They also felt shy. But they continued. They took one small step every day. And those small steps created a big change. The first step of your English journey is building a strong foundation. Think about building a house. Before making a beautiful house, you need strong bricks. If the foundation is weak, the house cannot stand for a long time. English is the same. You need strong basic words. You need simple sentences. You need confidence. You do not need to learn thousands of difficult words on your first day. You do not need to understand every grammar rule. You only need to start with simple things around you. Look around your room. There are many opportunities to practice. Look at a chair and say, "This is a chair." Look at a table and say, "This is a table." Look at your phone and say, "This is my phone." These sentences are simple, but they are powerful. Why? Because you are using English in your real life. You are connecting words with the world around you. Your brain starts understanding that English is not just a subject in a book. English is a tool to describe your life. In the beginning, many learners make one mistake. They wait until they are perfect before speaking. They think, I will speak when my grammar is good. I will speak when I know more words. But the truth is different. You become better by speaking. You improve by using English. You cannot learn swimming by only reading about water. You have to enter the water and practice. English is the same. You have to use your voice. You have to try. You have to make mistakes. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teachers. Every mistake shows you something new. Every wrong sentence helps you create a better sentence next time. When you start learning English, don't focus only on what you don't know. Focus on what you are learning. Maybe today you learned 5 new words. Maybe today you spoke 1 sentence. Maybe today you understood 1 English video. These are small victories. These small victories create confidence. I remember the first time I tried to speak English. My voice was not perfect. My sentences were not perfect. But I felt happy because I was trying. That feeling was special. It was the beginning of a new journey. You also need to create a small daily habit. You don't need 5 hours every day. You don't need to study all day. Start with 10 minutes. Read simple sentences. Speak simple words. Listen to simple English. The most important thing is consistency. 10 minutes every day is more powerful than learning for 3 hours once a month. Your brain needs time to accept a new language. Your brain needs repetition. The more you see, hear, and use English, the more natural it becomes. Another important step is learning common sentences. Don't learn only single words. Learn sentences. For example, don't only learn the word happy. Learn the sentence, I am happy today. Don't only learn the word food. Learn, I like this food. Sentences teach you how English works. They help you speak faster because your brain remembers complete ideas. Slowly, you will start creating your own sentences. You will stop translating every word from your language. You will start thinking in English. This is the real beginning of fluency. Remember, your English journey is not a race. Everyone learns at a different speed. Do not compare yourself with others. Someone may learn faster, someone may learn slower, but everyone can improve. The only person you need to compete with is yourself from yesterday. Try to become a little better every day. Today, learn 1 new word. Tomorrow, speak 1 more sentence. Next week, understand a little more. This is how progress happens, step by step, day by day. 1 small improvement after another. So today, take your first step. Open your notebook. Write simple words. Speak simple sentences. Look around and describe your world in English. Do not wait for the perfect moment because the perfect moment is now. Your first sentence may be small, but it can open the door to a big future. Your first word may feel simple, but it can start a powerful journey. English is not impossible. English is a skill, and every skill can be learned with practice. The first step is not knowing everything. The first step is starting. And once you start, every new step will become easier. In the next chapter, we will discover another powerful secret of English learning. A secret that every fluent speaker uses. We will learn how to train your ears and understand English naturally. So keep going, because your English journey has just begun. Chapter 2: The Power of Listening. Train your ears before your mouth. It is another morning. I wake up and think about my English journey. Yesterday, I learned that the first step is to start with simple words and simple sentences. I learned that I don't need to be perfect. I only need to practice. But today, I have a new question in my mind. How can I understand English better? How can I speak naturally? How can I make English feel easy and familiar? Then I discover something important. Before you speak a language, you need to listen to it. Before you create your own sentences, your brain needs to hear sentences. Think about a small child. A baby does not start speaking on the first day. A baby listens for months. The baby hears voices. The baby hears sounds. The baby hears words again and again. Slowly, the brain understands. Then one day, the baby says the first word. This is how language grows. Listening comes before speaking. But many English learners make a mistake. They want to speak quickly, so they only focus on speaking. They memorize words. They study grammar. They write sentences. But they forget one important thing. Their ears need training. If your ears are not familiar with English sounds, speaking becomes difficult. You may know the words, but you cannot understand when someone speaks fast. You may know grammar, but you cannot follow a real conversation. This is why listening is one of the most powerful steps in learning English. When I started listening to English, I had the same problem. At first, English sounded like a fast and confusing noise. I heard many words, but I could not separate them. I felt frustrated. I thought, maybe English is too difficult for me. But then I remembered something. A new language needs time. My ears were not trained yet. Just like muscles become stronger with exercise, your listening ability becomes stronger with practice. So I started small. I did not watch difficult movies. I did not listen to complicated conversations. I started with easy English. I listened to short stories. I listened to simple conversations. I listened to slow speakers. Every day I gave my ears a little English practice. At first, I understood only a few words, but I continued. The next day, I understood a little more. After some time, I started recognizing common phrases. Words that once sounded strange started becoming familiar. This is the magic of listening. Your brain slowly collects English sounds and patterns. You don't notice the change immediately, but it is happening inside your mind. Listening is like planting a seed. You cannot see the tree on the first day, but if you take care of the seed every day, one day you will see growth. The same thing happens with English. Every minute you listen is helping your future speaking. One powerful method is listening during your daily activities. You don't always need to sit at a desk and study. You can make English part of your life. When you are cooking, listen to an English story. When you are cleaning your room, play an English conversation. When you are walking, listen to simple English audio. Your ears are learning while you are doing other things. Slowly, English becomes a normal part of your day. Another important thing is active listening. Active listening means you don't just hear sounds. You pay attention. You notice how people say words. You notice their pronunciation. You notice their expressions. For example, you hear someone say, "How are you doing?" You don't only listen to the words. You listen to the way they connect the words. You hear the rhythm of the sentence. Then you try to repeat it. This small practice can improve your speaking. Sometimes you may feel that you are not improving. You listen every day, but you still don't understand everything. Don't worry, this is normal. Learning English is a journey. Your brain needs repetition. Imagine listening to the same story many times. The first time, you understand a little. The second time, you understand more. The third time, you notice new words. The same story becomes easier. This is how your brain learns naturally. You don't have to understand every single word. Focus on the main idea. Focus on getting comfortable with English sounds. Many beginners think they need to translate everything into their own language. But this slows down learning. Try to understand directly. When you hear the word apple, don't first think about the translation. Think about the image of an apple. Connect English with real things. This will help you start thinking in English. Listening also improves your confidence. When you hear English every day, it stops feeling like a stranger. It becomes familiar. You start feeling comfortable. You start believing, I can understand this language. And confidence is a very important part of learning. Without confidence, even simple sentences can feel difficult. But with confidence, you can continue even when you make mistakes. Create a simple listening routine. Maybe listen for 10 minutes in the morning. Maybe watch one short English video in the evening. Maybe listen to a story before sleeping. The time does not matter as much as consistency. A little practice every day creates a big result. Remember, your ears are your first English teachers. They teach your brain the sounds, the rhythm, and the feeling of the language. The more you listen, the more natural English becomes. One day, you will notice something amazing. You will hear a sentence and understand it without translating. You will hear a conversation and follow it easily. You will feel that English is becoming a part of you. So do not ignore listening. Do not only study English. Experience English. Hear it. Feel it. Let it enter your daily life. Because before your mouth can speak English confidently, your ears need to learn how English sounds. In the next chapter, we will discover another powerful step that can change your English forever. We will learn how reading can increase your vocabulary, improve your sentences, and help you think in English naturally. Keep going because every step is bringing you closer to your goal. Chapter 3. Reading Step by Step. Turning Words into Knowledge. It is a peaceful afternoon. I sit near the window with a cup of tea and my English notebook. Outside, the rain is falling slowly. The world feels quiet. I look at my notebook and think about my English journey. I remember the first day when I started learning. I was afraid. I did not know many words. I could not make long sentences. But step by step, I started learning. I built my foundation. I trained my ears by listening. And now I discover another powerful step that can change my English forever. Reading. When I first heard about reading, I thought it was only for advanced learners. I thought, how can I read English books when I don't understand many words? Maybe you also feel the same. Maybe you open an English book and see many unknown words. You feel confused. You feel tired. You close the book and think, English is too difficult for me. But the truth is different. Reading is not something only fluent speakers can do. Reading is one of the best ways to become fluent. You just need to start at the right level. You don't need difficult books. You don't need long stories. You need simple English that you can understand. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a competition. You don't have to jump to the hardest level. You have to take one step at a time. When I started reading English stories, I chose very easy stories. The sentences were small, the words were common, the ideas were simple. At first, I read slowly. I read one sentence, then another sentence. Sometimes I stopped because I found a new word. Sometimes I needed to check the meaning, but I continued. Every page was a small victory. Every sentence helped me grow. Slowly, something amazing started happening. Words that looked strange before started becoming familiar. My brain started recognizing patterns. I started understanding sentences without translating every word. This is the power of reading. Reading teaches your brain how English works. When you read, you don't only learn words. You learn how words come together. You learn how sentences are created. You learn natural English. For example, if you only learn the word wake, you know one word. But when you read sentences like, I wake up early every morning, you learn a complete idea. You learn how people actually use the word. This helps you speak more naturally. Many learners try to memorize hundreds of words every day. They write long vocabulary lists. They repeat words again and again. But after some days, they forget. Why? Because words without connection are difficult to remember. Reading creates a connection. You see words inside stories. You see how they are used. Your brain remembers the meaning and the situation. This makes learning easier. Reading also helps you improve grammar naturally. Many beginners feel afraid of grammar. They study many rules but still cannot speak. Reading gives you another way. When you read many correct sentences, your brain starts noticing what sounds right. You begin to feel the language. You start understanding sentence structure without thinking too much. This is how children learn their first language. They hear and read patterns again and again until they become natural. Another important thing is reading aloud. When you read silently, your eyes learn. But when you read aloud, Your eyes, mouth, and ears work together. Your pronunciation improves. Your confidence grows. Your speaking becomes stronger. At first, your voice may feel uncomfortable. You may think your pronunciation is not good. But remember, practice creates improvement. Nobody becomes a great speaker without using their voice. So take a simple story and read it aloud. Read slowly. Read clearly. Enjoy the process. You can also create a small reading habit. You don't need to read for hours. Start with 10 minutes every day. 10 minutes in the morning. 10 minutes before sleeping. Small habits create big changes. Imagine reading one short story every day for 1 year. Think about how many words, sentences, and ideas you will learn. Your English will grow naturally. Reading also gives you confidence because you start understanding more. In the beginning, English feels like a locked door. But every story you read is like a key. Every new word opens the door a little more. One day you look back and realize that the language that once felt impossible now feels familiar. You start enjoying English. You start searching for more stories. You start learning because you want to, not because you have to. This is a beautiful moment in your journey. Remember, don't choose materials that make you feel stressed. Choose things that make you interested. Read stories about topics you enjoy. If you like animals, read animal stories. If you like adventures, read adventure stories. If you like daily life, read simple conversations. When you enjoy what you read, learning becomes easier. Do not worry about understanding every single word. Even native speakers don't know every word. Focus on understanding the main message. If you see a new word, try to understand it from the sentence. Check the meaning if needed. Then continue reading. The goal is progress, not perfection. Your English grows when you spend time with English. Reading is like having a conversation with the language. Every page teaches you something new. Every sentence gives you a new opportunity. Every story takes you one step closer to fluency. So today, choose a simple English story. Open the first page. Read slowly. Read with patience. Read with curiosity. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't be afraid of new words. Your journey is already moving forward. Remember, you started with one word, then one sentence, then one small conversation. Now you are building a bigger world through English. In the next chapter, we will discover a powerful speaking technique that can improve your pronunciation and make your English sound more natural. A technique that allows you to practice like a real speaker, even when you are learning alone. Keep going because every step is bringing you closer to confident English speaking. Chapter 4. Shadowing Method. Speak like real English speakers. It is a quiet evening. I sit on my chair with my headphones in my ears. I am listening to an English conversation on my phone. The speaker is talking slowly and clearly. I listen carefully. Then something interesting happens. I stop the audio. I repeat the sentence. I try to copy the speaker's voice. At first, it feels strange. My pronunciation is not perfect. My voice does not sound like the speaker. But I continue. I repeat again. I listen again. Slowly, I feel something changing. My mouth starts moving more easily. My words become clearer. My confidence starts growing. This is when I discover a powerful method called shadowing. Maybe you have never heard this word before. Maybe you are wondering, what is shadowing? How can it help me learn English? Shadowing is a simple but powerful technique where you listen to an English speaker and repeat what they say immediately after hearing it. You become like a shadow following the speaker. You listen, you copy, you repeat. You follow their words, their pronunciation, their rhythm, and their way of speaking. It is like having a speaking teacher with you every day. And the best part is, you can practice it anywhere. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a speaking partner. You only need a little time, a device, and the desire to improve. When I first started shadowing, I felt nervous. I thought, my English is not good enough. I thought, what if I cannot copy the speaker? I thought, what if my pronunciation sounds bad? But then I understood something important. Shadowing is not about being perfect on the first day. Shadowing is about training. Just like a person learns to play an instrument by practicing every day, you learn English speaking by using your voice every day. Nobody becomes fluent without practice. Every fluent speaker once struggled with simple sentences. Every confident speaker once felt shy. The difference is they continued. They practiced. They improved step by step. So I started with very short sentences. I did not choose long speeches or difficult videos. I chose simple English conversations. The speaker said, "Good morning. How are you today?" I listened. I paused. I repeated, "Good morning. How are you today?" Then the speaker said, "I am going to the market." I repeated, "I am going to the market." Simple sentences became my practice. Slowly, these sentences started becoming natural. My tongue became more comfortable with English sounds. My ears became better at recognizing pronunciation. My brain started understanding how English flows. This is the power of shadowing. It connects listening and speaking together. When you only read English, your eyes learn. When you only listen, your ears learn. But when you shadow, your ears, mouth, and brain work together. This creates a stronger learning experience. One important thing about shadowing is copying the way people speak, not just the words. English is not only about vocabulary, it is also about sound. It is about rhythm. It is about how words connect. For example, native speakers do not always say every word separately. They connect words naturally. Shadowing helps you notice these small details. You start hearing the real music of English. Your pronunciation improves because you are listening to correct examples again and again. You don't have to guess how a word sounds. You hear it and copy it. You can create a simple shadowing routine. Choose a short English video or audio. First, listen without speaking. Understand the general meaning. Then listen again and repeat after the speaker. If the sentence is difficult, slow it down. Practice one sentence many times. Do not rush. Quality is more important than speed. After some days, you will notice changes. Sentences that felt difficult become easier. Words that felt uncomfortable become natural. Your speaking becomes smoother. Another amazing benefit of shadowing is confidence. Many learners are afraid to speak because they worry about mistakes. They wait for the perfect time. They wait until their English becomes better. But shadowing removes this fear. You practice alone. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is correcting every mistake. You can make mistakes freely. You can try again. You can improve in your own space. Your room becomes your English classroom. Your phone becomes your speaking partner. Your voice becomes your tool for growth. You can practice shadowing in the morning. You can practice after dinner. You can practice while walking. Even 10 minutes a day can create a big difference. The secret is not doing a lot once. The secret is doing a little every day. Imagine practicing shadowing for 1 year. Imagine how much your pronunciation, listening, and speaking could improve. Small daily actions create big results. Remember, speaking English is like building a relationship with the language. The more time you spend with English, the more comfortable you become. Shadowing helps you spend time with real English. It helps you move from learning English to using English. It helps you stop thinking too much and start speaking naturally. So don't be afraid of your voice. Don't be afraid of your mistakes. Take a short English video today. Listen carefully. Repeat the sentences. Copy the speaker. Let your voice practice. Let your confidence grow. Because every time you repeat, you are one step closer to speaking English fluently. In the next chapter, we will learn another powerful secret. A secret that allows you to practice speaking anytime, even when you are alone. We will discover how talking to yourself in English can transform your confidence and make English a natural part of your life. Keep going because your journey is becoming stronger with every step. Chapter 5. Self-English Talk. Creating your own speaking practice. It is a beautiful afternoon. I sit near the window and look outside. The day is quiet. There is no one around me. No teacher, no friend, no English partner. I have many thoughts in my mind, but I want to practice speaking. I want to use the English I have learned. Then I ask myself a question. If there is no one to talk to, how can I improve my speaking? How can I practice every day? And then I discover a simple but powerful method. I can talk to myself in English. At first, it sounds strange. Maybe you are thinking, talking to myself? How can this help me learn English? But the truth is, self-talk is one of the best ways to practice speaking. When you talk to yourself, You are training your brain to create sentences. You are teaching yourself to use English naturally. You don't have to wait for the perfect speaking partner. You don't have to wait for a classroom. You can start right where you are. Your own voice can become your practice partner. When I started Self English Talk, I felt uncomfortable.